The following Conscious Consumer Network recording of a live broadcast is available to purchase in high definition at ethymarket.com. Support free and independent media by becoming a CCN pledger. For €10 a month, you can have unlimited access to CCN high definition downloads at ethymarket.com. Ethymarket, the ethical marketplace for conscious consumers.
All right, folks, welcome to another fast ride at CCN. Today we're going to have some fun. Today, Brother Peter has decided that he wants to share with the planet how to make their own dense nutritional medicine. For those who are a little conflicted on the cannabis issue, well, there's a lot of points you're all missing. So that's why I created a web page everybody can go to. It's called the International Cannabis Patients Wall. And I always post things in real time on all the alternatives, not just on the cannabis issue, but the cannabis issue is close to my heart because it's truly manna from heaven. But most people are missing integral parts of this beautiful medicine because since 1937, Big Pharma, that 100 years of control construct almost on the land of allopathy, which is white coat medicine, and they really never want you to find out this, see, folks, because this fixes all these different medical modalities, PTSD. Alzheimer's, you can get the body. People are suffering from cancer, remnants of cancer, because this restructures the DNA in the body. But I want to explain how we cook it and why we cook it that way and what it does and how it creates a nice medicinal capacity for the body to get healed. See, folks, since nobody taking the cannabinoids. Matter of fact, I got a link over on my page I've got multiple links over on the International Cannabis Patients Wall, discussing what cannabinoids are, introduction to it, simple, but you got to scroll down and go take a look at the wall. And that's why. So when I get done with this show, I'll post that link far and wide. It'll be attached and piggybacked up underneath the video when we complete the video. So you'll be able to find your way to Peter's house. And when this video gets done, it'll get posted over at my International Cannabis Patients Wall as well. Anyways, folks, they've had this construct out there for a while. The paste has been around this planet for a long time. But you'll never find that out from Big Pharma or the mainstream news media because they don't cover these issues in real time. What they do is they push it up underneath the carpet so they can funnel everybody into this negative construct with cancer-causing chemicals, which actually compromises the body, the immune system. There is no dense nutrition in medically created poisons from Big Pharma. So, I post many links over on the International Cannabis Patients Wall with proofs on, what radiation does to the body, all these negative constructs, and there's simple solutions. So today we get to learn how to make the medicine. And hey, folks, this is so simple, even Peter can do it. So without further ado, there is also a 10,000-year history on cannabis. The Egyptians were making this back thousands of years ago, which is really ironic that they don't talk about it in the history books anywhere. Sort of like Changes on the Horizon, what I do at Privatis.Me. They don't cover all the false constructs they've funneled us all into. So today, without further ado, we're going to go into making some medicine. It's really, really simple. For those that, if you're in Colorado and you want to come visit me, just email me at petere4@yahoo.com, and I'll be glad to make up some medicine. Yes, you're going to share the love, because that's what we do on this planet. It's an exchange of energy for energy. But I do everything in the private, so if you'd like to email me, it'll be attached in the link anyway. So I know a lot of people would like to have some paste. This stuff is very, very potent. I made a new batch. And it's probably about 5 times stronger than the last batch because I decided to double down on my technique. See, because the longer you cook this paste in the jar, what it does, it brings up the terpenes, the CBDs, the THC, and those are all integral parts of the puzzle that the physical machine needs to correct itself to bring it back into what's called a state of homeostasis, which is an alkaline state. But also, you can be using other things in conjunction with doing paste. You got liposomal C, living herbal pharmacy. They have some great constructs, mineralization. All these alternative modalities I've been talking about for the last 6 months and posting them over here at CCN because it's really easy to fix the machine. Folks, if you're taking a look at this machine, it's a 55-year-old machine. And you know what? you know, you can reverse just about anything if you're if you love yourself enough and give yourself permission and consent. You can fix things, and that's what they don't want us doing. That's a part of our empowering point. Is we got to take our power back, folks. We got to quit giving over to this negative construct. And I did a show about 30 days ago. We covered with Sister Laura, and yeah, we covered about see, folks, if you want to become the source, you know, this is why I'm teaching this in because anybody can make one jar of this in short order and start on their track and making dense medicine, and it's really, really simple. Of course, you want your buds very dry. Anyways, we're gonna go into the process here in a minute. But yeah, there's folks, all these are lots of I talk about Celtic salt. If you don't know about that, folks, here, this is what Celtic salt is. Not a bad idea to get yourself and get your neurons firing right, because you're an electromagnetic force. Problem is, your vehicle, your vessel has been compromised, because guess what? If you're not getting the 92 plus trace nutrients from this, well, guess what? Your cells can't disperse the water. And this is called live salt versus dead salt. I have a 2-page document over at Privatis.Me on the education page. It's actually under, matter of fact, it's under a drop down under the medical modalities that I cover. There's a 2-page document that explains the benefits of Celtic salt. And there's only one other doctor on the planet that talks about it like I do, and that's Dr. Tent, and he's over on the East Coast, which I'm trying to get on my show. But see, folks, when you crush these little neurons, this is gray, moist. It's got life to it. All the other stuff, if it's dry, and even the pink Himalayan, you know, it's better than the garbage. But you know, they're trying to pawn off sea salt. If it's all pure white in the bottle, that sea salt is poison. It's got aluminum silicate in it, which is a brain blocker, which actually shuts down the neurons and the body from communicating and doing right. This is the only salt on the planet that's hand cultivated, and it's got 92 plus trace nutrients. Matter of fact, there was a doctor who did a test on this Celtic salt, and he took a chicken heart and he put it in water in a sterile solution with the Celtic salt, and he kept that heart online for 27 years. So here's some proof, folks. You have an electromagnetic flow in your body. You have what's called a sinoatrial node. That's the ticker in your heart. Well, if you're not getting the right salt, you're not getting your neurons firing right. Your electromagnetic flow has been compromised. So a little Celtic salt, a little cannabis paste, a little coconut oil, and yeah, we get the party started right, folks. Then the brain starts working. Isn't that a scary proposition? But that's what makes them nervous, folks, because when I tell about this stuff, see, this is the little things, the little solutions that nobody else is talking about. But it's real, it's legit. You can verify it. Yeah, go to the article on the living salt versus dead salt. It's over on my page. I'll probably post and piggyback it on this page when we complete this this seminar, this little class. But anyways, the beneficial effects of terpenes, CBDs, and THC are paramount for the body to restructure itself. So, you know, you got all these people out there arguing about garbage, the CBD crap. CBDs without the effective other parts and components of this plant, really not going to give you great beneficial effects the way it should. But I wanted to cover for a second. Let's talk about source, because Monsanto's already in bed with the growers down south in Uruguay. They've already locked and loaded. So if you're buying your stuff from the dispensaries, it's probably already compromised. Anyways, we found that out. I've been talking about this for a half a year about the. So folks, know your source. I know my source, and my source brought me some nice buds, and we're going to take a little ride now. I'm going to show everybody how to make one jar and rinse and repeat. If you want to make more jars, the exact same process. It's really simple. Once you know how to do it once, you're empowered. And yeah, you just got to find a good source on your buds. So as you can see, folks, I have this buds for you. Make sure your buds are totally dry. And no, it's not necessary that you have to decarboxylate it, i.e. put it in the oven to dry it out. But yeah, you definitely want it all completely dry, because it makes it a lot easier when you go ahead and crush it to do your 14.5 grams to do your jar of paste. Anyways, I'm going to show everybody how I crush this. Here's 14.5 grams. I got a little scale over here. You can't see it, but I already pre-measured because I didn't want to get caught flat-footed. This is 14.5 grams. and it's going to go with 2 ounces of oil, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and right up here real close. Anyways, I put it in this coffee filter, a lot easier for me to work with. So now I'm going to take my 14.5 grams and put it in my coffee grinder, which I've already cleaned out. So I'm not going to be like I need some coffee with my medicine. Anyways, right now, see folks, I just poured it into this. There's all my 14.5 grams. I've got the exact measurement. Yeah, it's good to be specific, folks. There is a method to the madness. You want 14.5 grams because that's going to be the disbursement. When you put the 2 ounces of oil, it's going to be the magic. It allows the construct to emulsify. When you slow cook it at 170 in your oven for about, you know what? You really want some good stuff? You can cook it for 22 hours, folks. That's the magic. Anyways, I'm going to grind this while we're on this little happy path. As a matter of fact, I got a little plug right over here. Okay. So I'm going to make some noise. Bring on the funk. Bring on the noise. It's all good. We're having fun now. Peter pacing the planet. I know Big Pharma loves this. What do you think, Big? You think Big Pharma likes this? I know they do. Anyways, I'm grinding away. Folks, about maybe 10 seconds. And we'll make it a fine powder for emulsification process with 2 ounces of oil. So once I get it ground up, I'm almost there. Now I'm going to put it in my jar. And I'm going to explain what type of size jar you want to use. Very simple stuff, folks. It's so simple, even Peter can do it. That is just too damn scary. Oh, yes. They ought to teach us in all the medical schools. Yeah, that's going to happen. Nah. All right. So, folks, this is my jar. This is my jar without cannabis in it. Now I'm going to show you my jar with cannabis in it. It's nice and dry. It's all crushed up very nice, all nice and powdery. And that's going to allow for the construct to really, matter of fact, I'm going to use my other thing. It's a little, so you use your coffee filter. And I've got a whole bunch of dense product stuck inside this coffee maker grinder thing. Yeah, you can find a dedicated coffee grinder probably from one of them little thrift stores, something like that, for about $5, $10. Yeah, folks, this doesn't have to be rocket science because it's not. Get you one of those little weighing scales. Here's one I have right here, and this will actually I turn it on. You can see there's the numbers. So what I do is I can weigh out this with the here. With the paper weighs 1 gram, and so when I put this on here, I want my total weight to be 15.5 grams because I'm taking up for the slack of the 1 gram on this coffee filter. So it's a mathematical equation, folks. It's very simple. So if you're showing 1 gram if you're putting a plate or anything on there that you're going to put on this to weigh it, make sure that you know the math in your head that you want it to equal out at 14.5. So this is a 1 gram, so my total weight will be 15.5 grams, and that will be the proper dosage because I'm taking into account the 1 gram weight of this coffee filter. Anyways, I think I covered that well. Very simple. So I'm going to shut off my scale I don't need now. It's all weighed out. Very simple, folks. It's very, very simple. Anyways, okay, I'm going to pour this in my jar. There we go. Okay, we now have our dense nutrition. And I use, when we first did this, when Brad did the first show, Biggie, back a couple months back, 4 months ago, he had that 19-minute video. But it was also showing how to do it in a 6-ounce jar instead of an 8-ounce jar. I prefer the 8-ounce jars, and the reason why, first of all, there's more room in the jar. And second of all, by having that more room, it gives it more ability to emulsify. Also, when you put the top on, you want to put it on really tight. But we're going to put the 2 ounces in a minute. Just try, you hand tighten this as tight as you can get it. And this is what's going to be submersed in the water in the pot. We'll get to that in a second. But right now, I'm going to add 2 ounces of my glycerin. It's all natural, GMO, non-GMO, no poisons here. All right. So Here's the brand name that I get. It's called Now. Everybody can see that. Vegetable glycerin, all natural. Anyways, it says for skin care, but folks, yeah, you can actually take this internally. It will not affect the body. When we first did this, when we did the 19-minute video, he's sharing about the coconut oil and stuff. But the glycerin's a much easier adjunct to use, and you don't have to worry, because if you're using the coconut oil, it actually it'll harden up and it makes it a little bit more complex to take your dosage. I'm going to show you how to take the dosage very simply as soon as I get done with my 2 ounces. So now we're using the 8-ounce jar. So what happens is sometimes the pressure builds up and it will buckle the top a little bit. And so with this smaller one, it's so close to not having enough room by using 14.5 grams. It's not really conducive. So you're going to go with an 8-ounce jar instead of a 6-ounce jar. So everybody pay attention to class. This is an 8-ounce jar. Now, I've already got my 14 grams ground up in this jar. Okay. Now I'm going to take this is equivalent of 2 ounces when I do 2 of these. So I'm going to pour in my dealie. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how I mix it. It's very simple. Folks, I love it. I love it when it's simple because I'm the simplest guy on the planet. We're having fun now. Anyways, here we go. All right, I'm going to do 2 ounces. What I do is I can put it up to the rim. That's 1 ounce. I just pour it into the bottle, which I'm doing now. Just pour it in. That's 1. Now I'm going to put 1 more. Anyways, it's going to be a nice batch. Oh, it's a really good paste. By the way, folks, yeah, I made a batch over the weekend, last weekend, and I had to field test my own stuff. Anyways, Biggie, yeah, it was folks, this really will give you a body high. And for those that don't want a body high, you don't want to do cannabis paste. But let me tell you something. It actually fixes your machine. It's realigning the endocannabinoids in the system. The left-right brain allows for that third eye to open up, and we got to open up that third eye a little. This is why they don't want everybody taking this. And nobody's going to be walking around with brain damage on the planet. They'd actually have third eye wide open instead of third eye blind. Anyways, let me get a fork. You use a fork, spoon, whatever. It doesn't matter that it's metal. It's not going to offset the construct. Anyway, so this is all I do. I got the 2 ounces in. Did I do 2 ounces? No, I might not have. Hold on. I get ahead of myself, Biggie. Yep, I got to put 1 more in. But yeah, you just mix it up real good. Get it all wet. Anyways, what an easy task. Anyways, all right, I'm stirring it all up. I'm going to add a little more. Maybe I did put the 2nd ounce in. Yes. All right, I did. All right. Yeah, see, sometimes, folks, I don't even pay attention. That's all good. But you can't hardly screw it up. It's because the cooking process in the oven under water is going to create the emulsification process. It's going to make some really, really dense, nutritional cannabis paste. And this batch will probably, well, since it's if you run it for 11 hours, yeah, you'll do a lot smaller doses and still get some deep sleep, some good energies, realignment on the body. Anyways, all right, so let me finish this off. And just getting waste not, want not. I'll make sure I rub off also the lid. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to take the top. I want to make sure there's nothing on the rim, like Brother Brad says. Otherwise, I might have a vapor lock, and it might not seal all the way. So you want to make sure there's no remnants around the rim. All right, now I'm going to put the top on, and now I'm going to tighten this sucker tight. Folks, I usually use a towel because the tighter the better, because it is going to be immersed underwater for about 22 hours. And you don't want any of the water liquid getting into your jar. It might ruin the batch. But because it's an 8-ounce jar, it has much more room to work. I don't have to worry about the top compressing or buckling on me, which sort of happens with the 6-ounce jar because it's too much. Anyways, this is a perfect size jar. You can buy these. These are actual canning jars. Anyways, you can buy them from pretty much Safeway or any other store. You get your vegetable glycerin from any health food store. Real simple. You can go online or whatever. Like I say, you can get yourself a grinder of some sort, a little scale, and that's it. Now you have the capabilities. Oh yeah, you got to get your own source of weed. Yeah, well, therein lies. Everybody knows somebody, and so this is why I say self-sufficiency starts with us. Waiting for permission slips from those folks at the circus to give us permission. It's really not a viable option anymore. They're killing the vessels left, right, and center across this planet. But they put us all to sleep. Anyways, so this can actually go in the pot. And I'm going to show you the pot. And you can use, folks, you got to just use your head a little bit to see. This will sit down inside of here. I just need about 1 inch or 2 of water covering the top of the jar. So if I want to do about 16 jars, I can do 16 jars. If I want to do 1 jar, I can do 1 jar. You're going to fill up the water over the top. If your jar decides it wants to float, you can put a little something on top of it to keep it from floating. We did a dish with some water in it sometimes. Anyways, you just got to use your head. You want it to be submersed in the water. Anyways, so that dose is ready to go. And that's it on making cannabis paste. Now, here's the final result. This is from a batch in California. Anyways, I'm going to show everybody a dose. The dose is, I'm not going to take a dose right now, but I'm going to show you how to do a dose. Anyways, here we go. Yeah. Folks, it's really simple. See, there's the paste down at the bottom. It's yeah, folks, you don't smoke the damn paste. Jeez, you take the paste. It's dense nutrition. You take it, matter of fact, about a pea-sized dose, which is about, let me show you. This is some good stuff, folks. Anyways, yeah, about this size right here. See on the end of it? There we go. That's probably a little more than a pea-sized dose. Depends what planet you want to go to. Anyways, so folks, when I take this, I use my coconut oil. So what I do is I take this dose, and then I take about a ½ teaspoon of this at the same time and put it in my mouth. And because you have lauric acid, the virgin coconut oil, and you want the good stuff, Nutiva is pretty good. You're going to get any brand. But when you take it with the coconut oil, because of the lauric acid, those are mid-chain branched amino acids. And what they do is they allow for the cannabinoids to get straight into the brain, left, right brain, open up that third eye. The coconut oil, yeah, within 20 minutes after taking your dose, you'll be ready for some relaxation, folks. But this is I've been taking it for about 3 months now. My machine's a hell of a lot happier. My body's coming online. This is dense nutrition. I don't give a crap what anybody, what the big pharma and the clowns at the circus say. They gotta try and save their bone. That you're just a money mark. Anyway, so that's making cannabis paste 101, folks. It's really, really simple, and everybody should share this around the planet. But anyways, I want to talk about a couple other things. This is gonna be a short show. But I think I covered everything on the medical aspects of this. Yeah, where you get your coconut oil, where you can get your glycerin. Folks, it's really this simple. Anyways, I have a batch that's going to get cooked. I got probably, I'm going to take care of some more, too, at the same time. Anyways, let me go into some of the links to give people a little more clarity on the benefits of terpenes. And I'm going to my page. And I got 5 boxes open at the same time. That's a busy day. All right, let me move forward. Yeah, I'm going to talk about a couple other things. Anyways, let's take a look. This is where I'm at. All right. Yeah, folks, if you follow along, I post links up underneath when we do the shows. I always have, I call them riders, R-I-D-E-R-S. We have riders of information. Like, okay, here's like a link, cannabis cancer treatment, that link. Also, I got Another link that talks about the terpenes, because these are integral parts of the puzzle. See, folks, if you don't understand this, then you're going to get duped by the big pharma liars, crooks, and thieves, because they won't talk about this on the beneficial effects. I also have 121 National Institute of Health reports on my page over at International Cannabis Patients Wall. So for those that the jury's out on, the jury's in, and there's your irrevocable proof, because I get a lot of naysayers throwing stones at my door, but I went and found out the 121 National Institute of Health reports that the government did, proving cannabis oil and paste can probably cure pretty much every damn medical malady on the planet, just about. Anyways, this is good for weight loss, good for Alzheimer's, good for dementia, good for autism. I don't know what it's not good for. I mean, folks, yeah, if you're having body aches and pains and stuff like that, this will restructure and realign your endocannabinoids and allow the body to get back into that homeostasis, that alkaline state that it needs to be in. We haven't been in there for a long time. So that's why I like to add the adjunct of the Celtic salt, a really, really good precursor for everybody to get on. It's like 6 pounds a bag. You can buy it from pretty much any health food place or online. You want to make sure it's French Celtic gray salt. And I got people splitting hairs with me about the pink salt, but all I know for a fact is this Celtic gray salt has 92 plus trace nutrients, which is more than everything else out there. So anyways, I posted a link up underneath on the second queue that everybody can go look up. I'm going to be, of course, it's just 404, the Natural News document. You got to love that, Biggie. See, they've been hacking these links all day. Scumbags are us, folks. See, this is what they do. They try and piggyback and, that one's not found either. They, hey, brother Biggie, they've knocked all my links out of the box. The ones that I posted onto your page. Isn't that amazing? I wonder if they knock my international cannabis page out the loop. Let's take a look at that. All right. There we go. Nope, my link's still good. Anyways, I post, they can go over on this. Matter of fact, at the top of the page, I have these attaching links that should still be good. If I can get my computer to just hurry up a little bit. It's running slow today. Okay, what the hell? See more. I have to get the YouTube. Here's the National News. Let's see. This is a link here. I'm gonna, if I can get it. Anyways, all right. Yep, at 404 on me there too. All right, they knocked my links out the box. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go repost them, redo them, and do all that fun shit. See, folks, this is what happens on the planet. It's so nefarious. They don't want you finding out about this stuff. This is the last thing they want you to hear and see is what I'm talking about. They want to control you. You're just a damn money mark. That's the way they look at you. And they want to poison your vessel. You're going to pay for the poisoning, and it's going to cost you a lot. It's going to cost you your life if you keep playing this game with these clowns. Anyways, I wish we had a question and answer format over here today, but yeah, I got nobody else in my loop, so it's, I think I pretty much, I don't really need to belabor a lot of stuff. What I'm going to do is I'll piggyback all the attaching links about Celtic salt and the informations. This will be posted for everybody's posterity. I don't think I need to belabor the point. Everybody knows now how to make cannabis paste across the planet. I can find out about the terpenes and all this other stuff over at the International Cannabis Patients Wall, which is posted over there for everybody's consumption. Let me see if I can get it to come up. Yeah, my computer's jamming up. It's not being nice to me. All right, we'll get back on. Anyways, with that being said, folks, welcome to Cannabis Paste 101. If anybody has any questions, feel free to send me an email at petere4, the number 4, at yahoo.com. Also, if you don't know about Privatis.Me and how you get stuck on the plantation, how you can get off, go over to Privatis.me, Privatis.me, me, Privatis.me. I cover all these other medical modalities. I cover the Celtic salt over there. I have the links. I cover sodium bicarbonate, food grade hydrogen peroxide, hemp powder, magnesium chloride, all these simple, real, dirt cheap constructs that it's the last thing they want you to find about, because then your body would get right. So anyways, on that note, I think I've shared enough love today, Biggie, and I think that's a wrap.
If you really had to make a difference on a large scale with minimal resources, how would you go about it? Have you ever dared to dream of doing that which seems impossible? On a planet steeped with corruption and destruction, the question beckons, how do we change it? Media has a far-reaching impact on people and has been used to manipulate humanity into our current destructive patterns. In order to affect people into moving into constructive patterns of behavior, we need to construct a new paradigm of media. Conscious Consumer Network has been created with the explicit intention of giving the amazing truth-seeking, solutions-orientated, alternative media a place to fully realize their true potential, with a cutting-edge, high-tech professional media platform being made available to use at no cost to the broadcaster. In turn, some of the greatest freedom-seeking hearts and souls of our time have realized the true potential of what has been created and have come together to provide their insight and inspiration on CCN. Conscious Consumer Network has become a unique, interactive information and educational network which provides a free-to-view, live-stream, ultra-high-definition channel to the world and features 25 live shows a week and growing with the addition of multiple language broadcasts. CCN has features comparable with mainstream media, such as being able to pause and rewind broadcasts whilst being live streamed. Catch up on this or previous broadcasts, now available from CCN High Definition Downloads. You can now purchase a high definition download of your favorite CCN show from ethymarket.com. Support free and independent media by becoming a monthly pledger. This can be done with a monthly pledge of €10, which will allow you unlimited access to CCN's high definition downloads, which hosts a back catalogue of over 250 shows which have been aired since the launch of CCN on the 1st of January 2015. In order to keep CCN free of corporate sponsorship and advertising, CCN has launched the Pledge 300 campaign. This is a realistic goal with the hopes of securing a minimum of 300 people who will each pledge €10 a month. With this number, we can continue to grow and operate and potentially expand into a second foreign language channel. Without it, CCN will simply not be able to function without succumbing to corporate sponsorship and advertising. Help keep alternative media in the hands of the people. We thank you for supporting free and independent media.